G'day guys, Mac here with the Outer Circle, here with Kat.
Hello.
And two guest stars. We have Tim and Michael off the Eye of Horus Podcast.
Hey everybody. I thought you were going to say something.
I was waiting for you to go first. You said Michael.
You go first.
We have Michael the jerk and Tim the other jerk.
They're like teenagers in love. You hang up first. No, you hang up first.
No, you.
I was waiting for Michael. I'm sorry. Yeah, that happens all the time. Whenever I interview someone, I just go, and this is a whole bunch of people, and list all their names, and then everyone goes, talk over each other. So I always wait.
No, we prefer awkward silence on our channel.
Yeah. It's good for compelling fucking viewing, I'm sure.
Oh, the audience just loves it.
So weird that we're on YouTube right now. I feel like we're doing a podcast, but we're not really. We're on YouTube. We're on video. I'm glad there's not a video camera here.
There's plenty of YouTube podcast shows now anyway. Those Texas dudes do it. That's how they do their podcast.
Yeah, they have video though. They have video themselves.
Yeah, but you don't need to just watch a bunch of dudes painting stuff, half painting stuff. Most of the time it's just them talking about guns anyway. Fuck yeah.
Instead, people get to watch me on mine, just trying to hide all my porn tabs. Because, I don't want to get banned from Russia.
Yeah, porn or worse.
So, guys, tell us a bit about yourselves, actually, Tim, we've spoken to you before, so Michael, tell us a bit about yourself and what you do on the show.
I'm a human. 30 to 40 standard terror and Earth years.
Boo.
I feel pretty old. But yeah, I'm totally into 30k. That's my scene. I love Imperial Fists, and my current project is the Mastodon. What else would you like to know?
Oh, height, eye color, if you like long walks on the beach.
Blood group.
Yeah, Opos, hate walking. I've done enough of that during my life. Beaches are rad. Yeah, that's me.
Cool, so you heard it here first. Demon Primarch's confirmed.
Standard peasant.
Yeah,
so,
I'm just a standard human.
Obviously, you guys run the Eye of Horus podcast. We've had Tim on before, just talking some smack. What is it with you guys? Like, what do you try and do every episode? Like, what's your overall goal?
I think overall, you can disagree with me if I'm wrong, Tim, but I think overall it's just getting the 30k scene going everywhere. Just keeping people up to date with what's going on and how people can make the scene better in the area and just make 30k a way of life.
Just on that, Michael, tip for young players, so if you save your glass bottles, any flammable liquid that will ignite with a flame to the touch of it. So you put that in your glass bottle, you put a rag or something on the top, you light that and throw that at any 40k players or War Machine players. And that'll kick off the community a lot better and will help. Yeah.
I don't see how that suggestion could possibly go wrong.
If I wasn't so apathetic, that would probably be something I would do if I had the time.
Cool
hot
stuff.
tips here.
So, wait, you think the only way for 30k to survive is to just drive out like 40k players? Just go into halls and just drive them out? Take them over?
I don't think that 40k needs any help destroying itself. I'm just saying that this will help. They've tried every other fucking marketing strategy. Why not Molotovs?
You know what?
It probably helped their hobby better than anything else.
You guys have seen Saving Private Ryan, right? Like all of us have seen that, right?
Yeah. We went and drank a 6-pack of Stollies down by the Brisbane River the night it came out, and had a laser plan a battle with a ferry. And then we tried to drink a bottle of Jack. And then we tried to drink a bottle of Jack Daniels with just straight red cordial.
I don't know. When I hear
How could I forget?
When I hear Kat's suggestion to Molotov 40k players, I'm thinking of like the Germans when they get flamed out of their bunker by the Americans, and they're like, "Don't shoot, let them burn." And I'm just thinking of 40k players. It's like they're dying a slow and painful death with GW, and Kat's trying to put them out of their fucking misery.
Well, I did see the. It's definitely. I just walked to the bottle shop, and on my way back, I was thinking I just got White Dwarf today and just read it, and the definite 3 ways to play is definitely a Games Workshop thing that's coming to 40k sometime soon.
I got the last White Dwarf. I don't know if there's a new one yet. The one where like they review the Gene Stealer cults. And
yes, that's the one I just read today. Yeah,
they got that battle report, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck the points. Yep. We just picked 3 formations. I think it's the best way to play." And there's people all over like, Facebook and shit, and they're going, "Yeah, man, this is a great idea. Just pick 3 formations." I'm like,
I think they learnt from the Age of Sigma debacle, so I think it's going to be a 3 ways to play thing. So there'll be points, there'll be do what you feel, and I don't know what the 3rd way is.
Mollies.
Anal.
Lots of mollies.
Anal.
Anal mollies.
There you go. You heard it here first. Zoid Primarchs confirmed.
Anal formation.
So what have you guys been up to in the hobby this week, Tim?
Me, I've been doing Vorax. I have some Vorax battle automator, and I've been building those. I've just got to still do the cables for the lightning guns on their backs, and I still have to do the belts, like the ammo belts. I should be doing those now, but I don't want to be like turning a heat gun on every few seconds. Just like, wah!
You're, I'm surprised by that, because normally, like, you only get your shit done, like, in the last, I don't know, hour before a tournament, don't you?
No, the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks is critical. And this time, yeah, so yeah, I've still got, it's next Sunday, so I've got all of next Saturday, too, which means I'll just, like, fucking procrastinate even more. But, yeah.
That means more Battlefield.
But I did, I just bought a, fucking Marcharias Omega of what's his name, David Sampson from Black Label Painting. Shout out to Black Label Painting. And I've got some of the crew of this fucking, you know, the crew of the fucking Ordinators. I've got a couple of those, like just the crew guys. So I'm gonna have them in the fucking in one of those, because you know that Omega thing is like open topped with the huge plasma gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like these guys just like cranking controls and shit on the back, like then just in future metal, some fucking cool black panels or something. Maybe see if Michael can do some heat stress on the plasma gun for me.
That Omega, is that one of those ones you can get in like 2 for 1 super heavy slot?
Yeah. Because that's the thing. I've already got a Praetor armored assault launcher, which I've just been waiting to find a reason to use. So I can make an army which has both of them, like a Praetor plus that fucking Omega. And then Omega is it's so huge. Like I saw a picture of it next to a Le Mans Ross, and it makes just a Ross look like a little tiny fucking pile of shit. It makes it look like a Rhino next to like a Spartan, basically. Like it's got and the plasma gun on it's so good. It's got like a 7-inch, I think it's strength 10 AP1, I believe, or you can fire 3 shots, and I think it's strength 8 AP2 of like 3 battle cannon size like plasma shots. Boom, boom, boom. Imagine just dropping that across a 20-man unit, like see you in half, fuckheads. Or yeah, like a 7-inch fucking strength 10 shot, like just whale that into the front of a knight.
It's pretty fucking brutal. Like I know Michael will probably be having this feeling right now, but like him and I have both been working on our Mastodons, and when you put that thing next to your other miniatures, it's
so
big. So big.
Tell us all how big it is.
How big is your Don?
It's like a baby size. I have to paint it on my lap.
So, like, I've actually got I'm on the Eye of Horus Podcast Facebook page at the moment, and I've actually got the pictures of your work in progress Don.
A dream journal.
Yeah. So I got like the ones of when you're painting the insides and stuff, and.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm going to get another update up this weekend. It's just I've had a pretty busy week, and the pre-shade I'm taking in some crazy new directions, so I've had to like do some tests, don't like, readjust, do some tests. But I think I finally got it, so I'm ready. I've finished the pre-shade. I'm ready to put some yellow on
it. Crazy new directions. Number 8?
Yeah.
Number 8?
Yeah. I want a plum served in a bowler's hat of man's perfume.
But yeah, no, it's looking really good, man. How
thanks, man.
How'd you find the assembly of it?
Not too bad. It's something that you really, really need to take your time with. I found the hull, which I dry fitted together because I did take the time to dry fit it together. Went together really well. But when I went to put the outside track units on, I'm not sure what went wrong, but I did have like some pretty like 1 mil size gaps that I had to shim up with plastic card, like just a few places. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a nightmare. It was better than putting a Spartan together.
Yeah, I think I had the same experience with mine. It was there's a few
Same
sections
shim
where
experience?
No,
You have the same
I
experience
precision
with
fitted
shim?
mine, but whatevs. Different folk.
Oh, really?
Strokes
I'm
for
sure
different folks.
But you do have experience with shims there, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, moving on.
I mean, you've used shims heaps, wouldn't you say?
Just for the record, like
one of my
shims
favourite
have been all
pastimes
over you.
is the Screaming Eagle.
You've been all over the shit.
Damn it. Who knows what we're talking about?
Wait, this Screaming Eagle, that's a lot like the Blood Eagle, right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blood Eagle. Fucking dude, imagine if Space Wolves or the Route in 30k actually Blood Eagle other Stardust. Because you could, like, because, like, don't Stardust have, like, 3 lungs? Don't they have 3 lungs? Like, you could hang it, like, fucking, you could cut out, it'd be like a, I don't know, does anything have 3 wings? Probably not.
No, I don't think they do have 3 lungs.
Yeah,
they
I
have
think
3
they
lungs,
got-
they have 2 hearts. They don't,
Yeah,
I don't
2
know if
hearts,
they've got
2
multiple
lungs,
lungs.
yeah.
I don't think
Oh, I
they
thought
have
they have the extra
3
lung.
lungs.
Yeah.
No,
I think
they,
you just-
they do have another
Dude, you
lung.
just... Nah, straight up.
Yeah.
It's 2v2. You're just doing 40k shit. You're just making shit up as you go along, mate.
I'm finding my fucking Codex Imperialis.
I'm pretty sure
Or
Cat's
you
right.
could just
Pretty sure
Google
they've
it.
got- I'm pretty sure they got a special feature in their 2 lungs.
Google, what are you talking about?
So Michael, while Tim is trying to figure out how many lungs a fictional character has, take us through what
No,
you've been doing with the
no,
paint
no,
on
no,
the
no.
underside of this mastodon, because you're trying something new here.
Don't forget, it's fucking future recreations of it's recreations of future events. That's what 30k is. Historical recreation of future events. So they're not fictional.
And neither is the Bible. Anyway,
Sorry, Maka, what was your question before? I didn't quite get
Before
it.
he answers that, I've just got to. They do have 3 lungs, allegedly.
Multi-lung.
Yeah, on Fandom, and it's also on Lexium, whatever. But yeah, so
Lexicon.
multiple. Yeah, I don't
If
know,
it's
but who the
on
fuck
the
knows?
internet, it must be true.
yeah, I heard Abraham Lincoln said that, didn't he? It's one of his quotes. If it's on the internet, it's true.
Yeah, you know
Sure
they can
they-
breathe water. They can breathe water. They can just go into the water like Aquaman and just breathe it like air and be like, sup.
See,
Don't even need to pressurize my suit.
that could have been one of the missing legions, man. They could have been the Fish Legion. Wasn't so
No, but all
successful.
space marines are fish. All space marines are fish.
That's why they were purged. It wasn't so
Man, Legion.
successful. The fighting tadpoles,
Yeah, they have 4
flying
lungs.
hellfish. So
Old
yeah,
Abe Simpson of the Primarch.
the question for you, Michael, was your new
Yes.
paint technique you're trialing for your Imperial Fists.
Yep. Before I used to paint yellow, I used to start off with the whole concept of pre-shading was very foreign to me. So I just used to paint progressively lighter shades, progressively smaller to try and build up the color. But after seeing the effects that pre-shading does, I'm like over the moon with it. But black and whites and greys don't have a very good effect with yellow. It tends to make it really washes it out and makes it look like black over yellow. So instead of using different blacks and greys and whites, I've decided to go all different tones of brown to keep that warmth in it. So it keeps the yellow tones.
Mm-hmm.
And so far I think it's going to work pretty well. Like I managed to get rid of all the black. Like I had black in like some of the deeper recesses, and that made it look lemon yellow. So then I went over it again and sprayed like a sepia wash into the really dark recesses, and it seems to be working a treat. So I've had to test and adjust a few things, but I think I've got my pre-shading technique. So I'm going to go and redo my entire Imperial Fist army eventually, squad by squad.
That's a big project you got going on then.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I think it'll be worth it. I need to constantly keep challenging myself and setting new goals and projects. So that's what it's all about.
It's pretty cool, man. So Kat, what about you, man? What have you been doing for hobby?
Yeah, that's a good idea, Macca. Fucking start off with the fucking mastodons and lead up to what I've been fucking doing. Well, I've just been a dirty fucking peasant living in the gutter, apparently. No, I've been making a fucking 10-man Seeker squad of Ultramarines. Fucking whoop-de-doo. All right, moving on. Like the Dawn's a piece of shit, but it's a big fucking project. I don't know, like...
You could have lied, man. You could have said you're doing like a Titan maniple or something. Or...
Yeah, you had your opportunity to grab some sunlight.
Titan? Oh, yes, the old Titan
pants.
You could have been talking about how you've been trying to work.
I don't like to lie to my
30K.
audience. I don't lie to my audience like you guys do. Oh, no. Everyone gets along in the gaming community. We're all friends and shit. No, that's not how it is. It's a fucking cutthroat world.
I glassed 3 people at the Siege of Gargenhive.
No, that was different. And fucking hell, I've been trolling the fuck out of Facebook recently.
That doesn't sound like
so
us.
no change there, no change. But people saying tournaments, using the word tournament to describe something about anything to do with tabletop wargaming just doesn't seem like a thing. It's not competitive. There are no there are no professional tabletop wargamers.
Only if you're the Australian Warhammer 40,000 team who's got that, what is it, fucking GoFundMe or whatever or Kickstarter
If you're
for
using
buying the trip to
GoFundMe
Really?
Europe.
page,
Is that a thing? Are you taking the piss, or is that
no,
like
that literally happened this year. It was this year. They went to Greece, I believe. That's where the 40k competition was, and they had a GoFundMe page to get people to fund them, to pay for the plane tickets, and I believe it was a fair amount of weeks of holiday for them to just go over there and
Hey,
drink.
people are dumb enough to pay for you to do it, though.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but usually don't professional sports get sponsors to do that for them? Yeah, let's see
They do.
GW sponsor that.
I reckon if anyone, here's a question for everyone. Who would be the best sponsor for Warhammer? Like, obviously it won't be Games Workshop, because they won't sponsor shit. But
No, dude, fucking,
who would,
like, Bud Light, fucking Bundaberg Rum, fucking a whole bunch of liquor
Doritos.
company. Yeah. You just need to find some alcohol fucking dudes and just be like, hey, yeah, we, like, talk to tons of people. Give us some fucking money. And I'll talk about fucking how much I drink Bundaberg rum all the time. Bundaberg rum. Mm.
Like, advertising of tobacco is only banned in, like, sports. This is not sports. We can get like, sponsored by Marlboro.
Yeah, or Skull.
Yeah.
Get some sweet dip going on.
It's
that'd be sick.
It's the Marlboro Cowboys versus the Witty Red Bandits.
I don't know, like, if I had an
Yeah,
alcohol
what? It's not a
sponsor, it'd be
Bruggen
the kind of
competition.
alcohol...
It's not a bunch of Bruggens.
If I had an alcohol sponsor, it'd be the kind of alcohol sponsor that's, like, trying to get me to quit drinking. So, it's probably not the
Drink
sponsor I need.
responsibly, or you end up like this guy.
I think like, I don't know, Lynx deodorant would probably be a good choice as sponsor for a wargaming event.
What the fuck? Shit that doesn't get used ever at a gaming competition. You may as well have fucking Lamborghini and Ferrari.
No, but you want to
sponsor
try
it.
and sell. You want to try and sell to that fucking niche. You know, when that fat neckbeard comes in with his fucking fedora on, you know.
Yeah, grooming products. Yeah, male grooming.
Shit, that shit ain't
On
gonna sell.
site,
They're not.
you know?
They're not gonna buy that.
No,
Also,
you put a hot chick there. She's behind the Lynx booth. You know, he's like, "Do you come with the can?" Oh, you. You know.
They'd be too scared to
can-
talk to her.
Yeah, can you imagine fucking turning up to an event, like a hobby event, right? Heroicon, and Maka turns up and he's wearing a Lynx shirt and he's got Lynx deodorant on and he's got a couple of cans of Lynx deodorant and he like hands one to you when you start the game. He's like, "Here you go, man, this is from my sponsor." And you're like, "What the fuck?" You're like, I'm sponsored by Lynx.
I was so drunk at Dragonhive, you lucky I even had a shirt.
Maybe you got like some Lynx branded pants. You got like Lynx on. Maybe you got a link like a necklace with fucking like Lynx written on it as well. I don't know. I don't know how else they could sponsor you. Then they just give you some cash.
Totally
That's
could
gonna be
work.
fucking. Yeah.
it would be good, and then they could come out with different brands of deodorant designed specific for gamers. So the neckbeard, the whack, the fluffy bunny, you know, all that kind of
There's
stuff.
like
Yeah,
a
it would work good.
There's one of those like antiperspirant, you know, like the antiperspirant ones you put on that stop you sweating, just for under neckbeards. He's like,
Just for between your fat folds.
Are your chins too sweaty? I shouldn't make these jokes. I'm not the slightest man anymore.
Yeah, it
I'll
sounds
take
like you'd make good use
6
of
packs,
these
thank
products, man.
So anyway,
Designed by Macca for Macca.
it'd be a lazy design. Yeah. So my week, I finished my Mastodon apart from the decals. So I guess
That's good.
I'm not really a closer because I've got no decals on, but really,
You will be soon.
really happy with it. I changed up a few things with the painting on my own. Lots of pre-shading, so it's got real high areas of contrast of like golds and silvers and dark patches as well. And now it sort of doesn't fit in with the rest of my army, so I'm going to have to go back and repaint bits of like my Vindicators and my Rhinos and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's really cool. I can't decide where I want to put the decals on it, because like they're arriving sometime this week, the Thousand Suns ones.
And that's the thing too. There's not a hell of a lot of space to put. It's so busy and detailed. There's not a hell of a lot of space for things like decals.
Yeah, I don't want to overcrowd it. You know, like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it's so much going on already. So I'm probably going to do about the same number of decals as Forge World. I think just 1 or 2 on each side and 1 maybe at the back door.
Yeah, keep it nice and sort of simple, because I think there's a real danger of putting too much stuff on.
Yeah, man, it's been a hell of a model though. Have loved working on it the whole way through. The hardest part for me was just getting everything to fit perfectly, because I was so OCD with it. I spent 8 hours just making sure it fitted together. Yeah, that's probably a real problem, and I need to see someone about it. But whatever.
So,
The other thing I did, I know Tim's seen it, and I think Kat did as well, though Kat was unimpressed, was I bought these Elderwood, Moon Silver, blah blah blah, wizard dice. They're like
I saw that.
They don't look good.
They're full on like D&D wizard dice, and
It looks like what elves would use to play D&D.
Yeah, there's like a warrior set as well, where it's like axes and maces and swords and stuff. And this set that I got's like fireballs and crystal balls and potion vials. I don't know.
Set.
I'm so committed to the wizard life that I thought it was just a cool purchase.
See, with that potion one, I'd be impressed if there was an actual potion inside the dice. At the moment, there's a lot with the dice game. There's a lot of companies that are mixing wood and resin together, then carving out D6s out of that, and D20s, D8s, whatever. So you've got that, and then you have all the other different woods that they're using. Some real rare woods, some real high expensive metals as well, titaniums, tungsten, shit like that, and to just have those are plastic, aren't they? The ones that you showed me.
These ones are plastic or resin. I can't remember which.
Yeah, that's
I
fucked. And then you've got
when I was drunk, so you know.
Wait, it says they're made out of elder wood.
Yeah, well, it depends which one you get. Like, this is one of the ones I chose, the Elderwood one. Mate of mine, John Adams. These are for him. The other set I got myself are black with like fiery numbers in them instead. They're blessed by Sam Neill himself. So yeah, that's a thing. Drunken Kickstarter purchases. I've really got to look out for that in the future.
Yeah. Fuck, you need to like somehow track Sam Neill. Like next time he's doing a movie on the Gold Coast or some shit, just fucking go up to him and go, "Can you just hold these dice for a tick, Sam?" And he'd be like, "Why, of course." And then he just does it, and then he hands them back to you, and you're like, "Thanks, mate." You're just on your way. No need to let him know that you just want him to bless some fucking dice. But, like, I'm sure he'd do that.
Gouges out his own eyeballs in front of me.
Yeah, like that time Michael and I ran into fucking Jeffrey Rush.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I told him I loved him in fucking Mystery Man. I was like, "I love you in Mystery Man."
I ran into, Rod Stewart?
Yeah.
Singer?
Have you heard of Rod Stewart?
Yeah, I ran into him at Melbourne Casino, Crown Casino in Melbourne. It's like a massive, like, the casino for Melbourne. And we were all pissed. We were pissed as fuck at a mate's Bucks party. And these women kept coming up to him for autographs, and my mates didn't know who Rod Stewart was, and one of them, like, super pissed, just turns to him, he's like, "Oh, women, mate, hey?" And just, like, gives him a sly elbow, and Rod Stewart's just looking at him like, "Don't talk to me again, cunt." Good times. Rod Stewart, if you're listening, we remember you, mate. So onto the week's releases. Games Workshop released some more stuff for the Gene Stealer Cults and some battle mats. Kat, where do you want to start?
Well, unlike you, I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. So we've got some... Well, there's just some bundles. On page 2, they have their Acolyte Icon Ward, some dude carrying a banner. Good work. Neophyte Hybrid Squad, a bunch of dude in gimp mask. Oh no, they're a bunch of neo-Nazis. So it looks like a standard Cadian squad of 10 dudes with a heavy weapon, and they've got alternate head sprue. Seems to be the way JW's going with their marketing. They're taking something already exists and adding a clock to it. So, for example, with their Death Watch, they added they just got all the Marines, all the existing vehicles, all the existing walkers, and just added that Death Watch sprue to it.
I kind of rate that approach, though, because I don't know about you guys, but for years there, whenever you wanted to do like a head swap conversion, you just had to buy 2 boxes. You know, the box of what you wanted and the box that was just going to be used as bits, and you'd be left over with all this shit you didn't need. I kind of appreciate that they're doing it this way.
Just do a conversion sprue and you buy it and it's $10. It's like DLC. How hard is it for them to understand that all they do is they make a Space Marine squad and then they sell the DLC, which is like the upgrade thing to change it to each different legion. Like, how are they not onto that yet? Like, all computer games do that shit.
I don't think we need to encourage them to go down the route of DLC, because that's its own fucking Viper pit.
Microtransactions, man. That's what they need.
Yeah, they have that like data slates.
Yeah, in the future they'll sell like a squad, like a basic squad, and then you can just like do some fucking microtransactions and then just download like a thing for your 3D printer to upgrade them.
They already do have this, Tim. It's in the formations. You don't actually get the formation from a free source. You actually have to buy the formation itself, and you get the little card, the formation card, in the box of, say, whatever, 20 rhinos or whatever. So yeah, so they do have a DLC thing. They're way ahead of you, man.
You know what I think?
They got some freebies.
You know how I come up with really accurate predictions of where shit's going to head? I think what they'll do is, like, 10 years down the line, if they're still not bankrupt, it'll be like McDonald's touch screens. You'll go in there and it'll be like, you know, select your torso, select your head, select your arms, select your legs. It'll just be like a sprue of each, and you could just buy things that way. It's like a customized process.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it'll be like it'll be like super cyberpunk. Like, it won't even be a store. It'll just be like a booth, and you just type that in and just 3D prints it in front of you, and it just spits it onto a tray.
And you'll
then you go back to your fucking...
You'll pay with a barcode on your arm.
Yeah, then you go back to your, like, fucking hab block and, like, fucking shut your blast door and just stay inside and fucking play with them.
Well, it's not too different to what, like, companies like Anvil Industries do now, where they sell, like, the legs, heads, all the constituent components separate, and you can sort of blend them together how you want. I could see Games Workshop going that way in the future. Maybe not for their whole product range, but for, like, certain units, you know, things like Death Watch.
Yeah, so this Neophyte... So these hybrids, right, is the hybrid thing, like, is it the same price as a Cadian squad of 10 guys, or is it more expensive than a Cadian squad?
It's like $25 more, I think, in our currency, our poo currency.
What? 25 more?
I don't know. I'll quickly check. I can check. It's okay.
Alright, so Neophyte hybrid squad is £25.
$70.
And a what's the fucking Imperial Guard called now?
$48.
There's so many.
$48 for a 10-man Cadian squad.
Yeah, but what's that in pounds? I need to read the pounds. Astra Militarum. Oh, so it's £18 for 10 Cadians, or £25 for the hybrids. So literally the only fucking difference is they've got it like another little sprue. Why wouldn't you just make it the same price?
No, you know what I think it is? I think it's because it's also got a heavy weapon. So the heavy weapons are not sold in the Cadian set. So they've added the heavy weapon and the head swap.
Oh. Well, I'm looking... okay. So a neophyte hybrid armored claw is like a chimera with a 10-man squad. And that's £35. And then an Astra Militarum... Oh, fuck, I lost it. I can't operate this.
Imperial Guard, do not feel like you have to use Games Workshop's copyright special name. Just Imperial Guard.
Imperial Guard. I don't want to confuse
we
people.
won't get sued.
They're not like elves. They're not like fucking Age of Sigmar's elves.
I don't want people to get confused with like the the crack Napoleonic French fucking units, the Imperial Guard. What the fuck? No, I've lost it. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this site.
I don't
feel.
I try to.
Maybe they don't.
I try to limit like checking what things cost comparatively. Like I did it in the first couple episodes of this, but it's almost become like those old timey C maps where it's like here be monsters, well it's like here be fucking disappointment. If I go and try and compare Australian prices to overseas, I'm just gonna give myself fucking what's those things in your stomach, an ulcer.
Yeah. So how many dollars is £7?
Oh, probably about $12.
Why don't you just put it in Australian currency? Why are you putting it in pounds? That's really weird.
For all of your international listeners, Kat.
Oh, so for
all the
both
Australian
people?
ones have like a hate group now for us. That's pretty funny. But anyway, fuck the pound. That'll be. They'll have to change that eventually. I'm sure there is. There's always been one against me, an anti-cat one, but now there's.
Right.
Yeah, so there's
if you're
a
in any anti-cat groups, just invite me to anyone who's listening.
So we've got a Gene Stealer Colt Lehman Russ. So standard Lehman Russ, $90, Australian, and you get you get the same sprue, again, bald head dudes, and the Gene Stealer Colt little symbols, whatever. And then, armored crew, 10 dudes and a chimera with bald heads. Who cares? Then you have a Goliath rock grinder and the Goliath truck. I don't know why they wouldn't be in the same kit.
They are. They just like to spread them out into two different categories. It's a Games Workshop thing. They do it with a lot of other dual build kits. They put them into two separate categories because that's where they put their own individual 360-degree views.
Well, that's good then. At least, you kind of...
Because otherwise, people seem to get confused. Because people are dumb.
Yeah, good. Well, I don't like the look of it. At least this one's got wheels, unlike the other one that should have had... Yes, the Torox. It should have had wheels.
I actually love this thing, and I think the Gene Stealer Colt is begging for a... Michael, back me up on this, please. Paul Verhoeven-style Total Recall themed army.
Yeah, definitely. I was in Games Workshop today buying the magazine, and he was just like, check out this. Yeah, and he was like, check out all this new stuff for 40k, and all I could say was, this almost makes me want to check out 40k again, but I think I'll use these as Cults and Militia for 30k, and he was just like, but they're for 40k, and I'm like, 30k, and just walked out.
See, this is why you should always have a molly, your recipe with you. Obviously, don't carry it around with you. Just have it there on the side so you can build it and then come back and be like 30k, and then just smash it and then run. So yeah, that's a good one. There's this. I don't like the construction ideal from it, like the theme there of construction. I'd rather see like a rich planet of business owners or something, and they're rocking around in limousines and shit, and they don't
classic Gene Stealer Colt.
And they have they're just like, oh, I got my hands dirty. Oh no, a bunch of Malcolm Turnbull's really just trying to punch on with a bunch of people that are just outclassing them in any sort of combat.
He looks a bit hybrid-y like.
Just a bunch of fops, man. Just a bunch of fops trying to wage war, but it's just not going well for us.
So confirmed Malcolm Turnbull for a Gene Stealer. It's confirmed.
Yeah, it's a Gene Stealer uprising on Tycoonium 5.
Should probably put that out there for our listeners. Malcolm Turnbull is Australia's current political leader for this week. We do go through prime ministers pretty frequently, so could be someone different next week.
Yeah, he's the millionaire who's in charge of it this week. Okay, so I found a massive hole in their whole thing, right? So a Le Mans Ross battle tank is £31, and a Gene Stealer Le Mans Ross, which is the same, which is a Le Mans Ross sprue, but they put in the Gene Stealer sprue, like the one with the heads, exactly the same one that's with the Cadian squad, right, of 10 guys or whatever, exactly the same sprue. The Le Mans Ross battle tank for the Gene Stealers is £32.50. So it's £1.50 to get that sprue with the Le Mans Ross, but if you want to get it with a Cadian squad, it's like fucking £7.
I just did the maths on that in conversion to dollars, and you made me disappointed. That's 3 times the cost difference. So yeah, GG economy. Fucking swear we are generating Games Workshop's entire fucking profit.
Yeah, it's the Australia tax.
Anyway, moving along, the Brood Coven. What does
I
everyone
like
think of
this.
that?
If it wasn't $105, I'd get it. I'd probably pay $70 maximum for this unit. Granted, I probably will get it later on down the road for about $10 Australian, but it'll be in resin and from Pirate Island. I like the little baby Gene Stealers. They look hilarious. It just brings me back to Rogue Trader days, and it's really cool.
I love the Patriarch. He's awesome.
Well, triggered. Fucking patriarchy.
Yeah, he's a cis shitload.
Yeah.
Oh, and they tried to go Sam Neill.
There were people. I linked Kat to it. There were people on Facebook asking about why there weren't female Gene Stealer cult members.
Yeah, I kind of just came back with them and said, "Did you just assume that all those models are male?"
Assume their genders.
Yeah, that's what I did, and they were like, "Whoa, fuck!" So they had to go and
triggerception.
They Keanu triggered them, and
Games Workshop already backed down, right? Because they don't call them Brood Brothers anymore. They got rid of Brood Brothers. They got rid of some gender specific shit there. They're already backing down.
They lost.
Well, I'm going to go into... I think we'll go through all the Gene Stealer stuff and then come back to the battle mats. So, a couple of different bundles. I don't know, I'm really digging the... I know it's a bit off topic, but the paint scheme on the Gene Stealer guys with like the orange and white. It's the industrial... I don't know, it looks really cool, the SES paint scheme.
Yeah, they look like, fly in, fly out workers.
Yeah, except they're not driving like flash fucking SS Commodores.
Yeah, and jet skis, 3 jet skis.
They haven't got like a wife who's a mad fucking land fucking cow.
Yeah, they don't have like $6,000 in gold bullion in the Qantas Club.
I know, Tim. What do you think of these bundles?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Brood cycle right now.
If you try and do the conversion for money, you will get no discount on these at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't give a shit about that anyway. Like, I never buy anything off them. I buy all my shit through Forge World. But what's it fucking called? What are the things where they've got 3 arms, 2 of them are beast arms, and they've got the hand flamers?
Hybrids.
Yeah, is that what they are? Yeah, the hybrids. They're fucking so good, man. Oh. They look so fucking sweet.
Did you see Webbers and Web Pistols are back? Our favorite fucking V2 Web.
That's so cool.
Does anyone have rules for that?
Yeah.
What are they? Tell me.
No, they have rules. I'm just saying, yeah. Yes, they do have rules. No fucking idea.
Yeah. But the book's out, right? Like, the rules are out?
Yep, the rules are out, yeah.
Oh, well, have you got the book yet, Maka? Aren't you you're a 40k player still, right?
Oh!
Well, I know someone getting Anthrax in the mail next week.
Well, you are, aren't you?
Oh, I keep tabs on 40k. I'm just like holding out, hoping that one day it's going to be better. Cry myself to sleep every time. No, I keep tabs on 40k and the rules, but it's like my brain has reached mental fucking flooding point where it's like the dam has been filled of knowledge I can hold. And it's starting to overflow because there's just too much shit going on, and I'm now I'm struggling. I'll go to tournaments and I will fuck up basic rules, and I will pull the most complicated backwards fucking rule that you'd never heard of out of my ass. And then next turn be like, how does a boulder work? I've just hit maximum saturation, so...
You can't have that attitude at a tourney, man. The fucking your house is on the line there. If you die at a tourney, you die in real life. Tournament. The fuck, man. It's an event at best. Maybe next to waste of time or event. Event is probably a better word, but yeah, fuck that. Tourney. Fucking Jesus Christ, man. Did you go to Greece with the other dickheads?
Yeah, man, crowdfunded.
It's just a fucking it's just a scam just to pay for cunts to get you go to Greece. Who the fuck's going to Greece anyway? Didn't they have these huge fucking recessions where cunts are trying to bash white people for any sort of money anyway? And on that, how the fuck are they having, Games Workshop tournaments in fucking Greece?
Which way have they gone though? Have they gone for hyperinflation or are they?
I can't afford potatoes. I better buy a fucking $340 brood surge. Fuck. This shit, man. This you just fuck yeah. I don't know. Man.
I suppose when times are worst is when people do that sort of shit because they're trying to, convince themselves of the good times. I don't know. It's like when you see the original '84 Terminator, and they have that flashback to the future
every night,
and Kyle Reese is walking past people in front of the television. And it looks like it's playing because it's all glowing off their faces, and then it pans around, and they're just watching a fire inside the television. That's Greece right now. So thank you for our Greece listeners. We will miss you.
They don't have any telecommunication infrastructure anymore, man.
It's anyway. Better than ours, man. We can't even get power infrastructure.
Yeah, someone from Macedonia will have to tell them what was on the show.
Marco, I was gonna say maybe you've got a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah, just waiting for that.
You
were saying you couldn't remember any rules. How do you not remember the rules? It's fucking the easiest shit to remember.
It's because there's so many of them. You try and memorize the formations in 40k.
Maybe Oh, okay. You're talking about the 40k event.
Yeah, no, everything. Because for years I've just memorized codexes and rules. It used to be in 3rd edition especially, I could rattle off any unit stat line, and all the rulebook. Yeah. And it's become so saturated over the years. Special rules, units used to have universal special rules. They just had whatever rules were in their unit entry. And then in 4th edition they brought out 8 USRs, Furious Charge, Feel No Pain, things like that. And now we're in 7th ed, and there's fucking 8 pages of just USRs. And I'm slowly, my brain can only consume so much information before it's too late.
Well, your brain's going to fucking explode when 8th edition comes out, and Primarch Zoids are going to be a fucking thing, and they're going to get together, and it'll be in line with what did we say last time? With the new Power Ranger movie and new Zoids and everything, and fuck, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, but there won't be any points values to memorize, and it'll be so DIY, make shit up as you go that they'll be freeing up space really. They'll probably delete the ranges they don't like Orcs, Tyranids, Chaos, Sisters, and it'll just be Marines, Eldar, and Tau. It'll be the perfect StarCraft triumvirate, of just 3 races that are perfectly rock paper scissors to balance each other.
Dude, haven't you heard the latest rumors? They're which are obviously 100% real. What I've heard and what I've seen online. Yeah, this is on the internet, and what I've seen online.
From the internet, I'll just for the listeners here, I'll explain where Tim gets his information. He works on a dock a lot of the time, unloads crates and stuff, and actually a Sasquatch in a crate. A crate opened up, and a Sasquatch was sitting there tied to a chair. Told him this information. So yeah, go on.
That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah, no, it's happened throughout time. Yeah, so what the Sasquatch said is they're merging. They're actually going to, because Games Workshop is being bought out by Hasbro, what they're doing is they're merging the background from the popular 80s, or I guess was it early 90s, late 80s cartoon show G.I. Joe. They're actually merging that with 40K. And then so they can just like cross-promote the two franchises. So G.I. Joe will be in 40K, there'll be rules for G.I. Joes in 40K, and then they're going to make a new fucking cartoon with a crossover to 40K. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm seeing online, anyway.
Oh, yes, I can't wait for the G.I. Joe cartoons with, like, really serious Marines with the G.I. Joe thing going on.
Yeah, a Terran hero. All Terran heroes.
Shit, I wonder who owns the IP for Gem and the Holograms, because that'd be a really good crossover with Age of Sigmar.
Ooh.
What's it called?
Gem and the Holograms.
They just put out a live-action movie for that. The fact that no one here has heard of it, that's how good it was.
That's information a grown man shouldn't know, unless they're like Waylon Smithers, and you've got like a whole, like, Gem and the Holograms Malibu Stacy style collection.
Mate, Malibu Stacy's in a real thing.
Jesus.
It's called Barbie,
What the fuck?
and she's been successful for over 50 years, so, you know.
What is this
I
shit?
can collect
just
man
Google
dolls,
image
so...
What
I
is
just know
this?
movies. I just know movies, man. That's my thing.
Dude, Tim, just look up Gem and the Holograms. They've got some really catchy tunes. You'll love it.
Well, I'm just doing a Google image search, and I'm like, what the fucking hell is happening?
I love that
This
meme
is
of
cheap.
Captain
This is
Planet, where it's Captain Planet, and then it's someone's just gone, that's not even fucking Earth. Because, like, the planet in the background behind Captain Planet, it's nothing like Earth.
Do you know what the worst part is? I've still got a Gem and the Holograms song from 1988-89 stuck in my head from my sister. And I can sing it, and it's fucking retarded.
Kat and I got drunk at his one time when he was... Well, we weren't even drunk. We're playing Warhammer 40k, and we started watching episodes of He-Man.
Yeah, that's cool. That's alright. That's something too growing.
And then we
And you took your
started
clothes off.
looking up ways to convert a Skeletor for a Night Lord's army. Of hooded skull faces and shit.
That's totally a legit pastime for two grown dudes watching the most homoerotic cartoon like in history. Together.
Dude, that was very educational. As Skeletor he says himself that he's just trying to steal books from everybody, and then Beastman's like, the fuck, man, we need cash. And then Skeletor's like, you fool, books are the real treasure. Knowledge is the real treasure or something. Knowledge is the real treasure. It's a huge fucking...
I want to feed you, He-Man. Yeah.
Clearly
That's
a point
pretty
made
deep.
by Trump and Clinton family. Shout out to the Clinton family, killing my cousins in Yugoslavia in 1999. Cheers, you fucks. So, moving on, we've got the battle mats. Or we can go on to the Space Marine Strike Force.
Sure,
fuck
if
it.
you want.
Boo.
Boo.
It's just-
No one gives a
it's-
fuck anymore.
yeah.
Yep.
Fucking
Continuing.
380. You can buy like a case of 400 rounds of 223 for $380. You'd have money left over, so better option. Fucking, you can kill yourself fucking over 400 times for playing 40k. Yeah, so we've got the Warhammer 40,000 battle mat. Okay, I don't like this thing. It's stupid because the way it's designed is it's a bridge over what looks to be like lava. I think the way battle mats should be designed is they shouldn't try to represent a lot of height distance, and this is trying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not lava.
It's
like,
just muddy water. It's like
sand
Mars.
and shit.
It's like if
What?
Mars had
Yeah,
water on it.
It's
what
like
the fuck
sand,
happened to
isn't
that
it?
bridge? It's weird.
It's not a bridge. It's like just a paved fucking street. It's got gutters and shit. Like
It's like a screenshot
Oh.
of the newest Doom game.
it's got manholes, and it looks like a fucking like a rug or something.
Now, correct me if
What
I'm wrong.
is it?
Is it 4x4?
It's
Yes,
4x4.
yeah, it's 4x4.
Yeah.
It'd be like
think
Games
it's
Workshop though to
4
make
by
it a
4.
3x3, just to fuck
Yeah,
with you. So
so
you have to buy
2.
4.
Yeah, just some weird fucking measurement type.
Why not 6x4? That's fucking weird, isn't it? That's
Not
strange.
really. because smaller games are played on 4x4 and Age of Sigmar is played. I don't know if this is going to be used for Age of Sigmar. I think they have a Khorne one as well, don't they?
This isn't Age of Sigmar. It's got fucking Imperial Aquilon.
And then you've got the other ones.
Tank tracks are a giveaway.
The other ones, you've got the other set. So this is coming in at 140. Then you have the Battlenet Starter Set, which comes in at 225, and you get 3 of the. You get that box with the shipping containers, the very expensive shipping containers.
So for Americans, that's like $8 in your currency.
They're actually really expensive in America as well, and it's one of the few items where they're like, "That's fucking retarded. Why would anyone want to pay that?"
Can I flash back, right? Two or 3 weeks ago when I had our last Scrubdown, I said Games Workshop should be making their own battle mats, and I gave reasons as to why. I think it was back when we were talking about Realm Battle tiles. They did it. They listened to me, but they fucked it up.
Yeah, within a week they'd moved on your suggestion, produced these mats and had them ready for sale. Yeah, pretty good work there. If you think about it, like even though they fucked up the size, they fucked up everything about it. It's pretty good that they just moving within 1 week of you saying that they could have this ready to go.
You know, your sarcasm aside,
to you, Games Workshop.
Your sarcasm aside, if they bring out if they bring out fucking Zoid Primarchs in 2 years' time, you're gonna have to eat your fucking words. So you know.
It's gonna be G.I. Joe's, man. It's gonna be Sergeant Slaughter punching on with this fucking Necron guy. It's gonna be fucking madness. But do you know what's really expensive is those Promethean pipelines. Have you seen how much they are just on their own?
Yeah.
They're like fucking $120 or some bullshit.
Yeah, that's so you for the last set for $355 you get that the crates and some pipeline. And how the fuck? So from $140 for just the mat, it goes up to $355. Again, get a case of ammo. Fuck that shit.
So the
there's so many better options out there from third parties.
We need to explain though to people why we think it's bad. Because like, although I'm just a hater of everything, like, why don't we like it? Like each person, just give one reason. Michael.
Price point. It just doesn't represent good value for money.
Tim.
Well, how much is it?
140 for the base mat.
140? Holy fuck! Yeah, they dropped the ball. So wait, hold on. But you haven't addressed what we were talking about before the show, Macca, with the appliance that you need to use to sort it out so you can use it.
Oh, okay. So all right. Most mats, I guess this will be my point, is they're thick. They're made of neoprene, right? I think we've all had or used a neoprene battle mat, right? Like Geigenhive, heaps of them. And they're like your swimsuit material. They're probably about 4 mil, 5 mil thick. You can roll them up. They're really durable. This is some sort of thinner material. I don't think it's that kind of thick neoprene.
Some kind of cloth.
It's some kind of cloth with like a rubber backing. Backing.
Would we say rubber backing? Does it have a rubber backing? Does it say that?
Just looking at it, one of the pictures, it's like you see the black backing on it, and it's got some sort of texture to it. It may just be a woven backing.
Well, no, it says the Warhammer 40,000 Battle Mat City Ruin is a high-quality neoprene rubber mat with a printed design. It doesn't need to be painted.
Okay, so it's
why
still
does
a
it show them
neoprene.
ironing it?
It's just unlike other battle mats. For some reason, this needs to be ironed because it's being stored folded up or something.
People obviously. Yeah, so once your 40k fanboy buys this and shoves it so far up their ass it comes out their mouth, the acids and stuff will obviously wrinkle it, so it needs to be ironed out. So that's the crux of it.
Yeah, well, a battle mat.
Let's go to the clip.
So Tim, why don't you think this is good value?
Oh, it's just 4x4. It's stupid. Like I've got a bunch of those mats. Like last year, I fucking bought like a whole ton of them. I probably bought one a month, just like spaced out the purchases so I'd have enough for Geigenhive. And like I was buying them from, like, you can find them online. Like there's just distributors in like almost every country. Lots of clubs are sponsored by whatever the fuck they're called, FLGS,
Frontline Gaming,
FLG, whatever the fuck, yeah. So they've got some really good ones, and because the club that I was at or that I'm at, that I'm part of, Warrior Lodge on the north side, they sell them like off the tables after events and shit like that. So you can get one that's only been used a couple of times, and you can get them for like $90. So it's like a pretty good saving there, and you're just walking home with it, so no shipping or anything like that.
It's nearly half the price for a 6x4 in some cases.
Yeah, and it's a 6x4, and it's a fucking awesome mat. And like, remember Ty got a whole bunch made, TAOR Gaming or whatever. I've got a couple of those. Yep, I've got the ice one of those. That's one of the next tables I'm gonna build as an ice table. And those mats are fucking cheap as fuck. I think I got them for like $70 or something like that. So expensive, and 6x4 is just ludicrous. Oh, sorry, 4x4 is just ludicrous. Like, I don't know what that means. I reckon that's just an indication that Age of Sigmar of 40k is imminent. They're totally gonna year zero it. It's gonna turn into basically like Demon Primarchs fighting Custodes.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a very good point.
Very nice allies.
Yeah.
I hate it because of the design. It's not imaginative. They're not giving you anything for the $140. It's nothing. There's no new technologies. They seem to be using cheap materials, and that design is just shit. Like,
Fantasy
you may
Flight
as well
Games,
just.
Cat, they'll give you a table. They'll give you the same size sheet, thicker neoprene, doesn't need ironing out, and it'll have the fucking Death Star printed on it. Like, you know how much Star Wars merchandise sells for?
Screen.
Like, Star Wars merchandise, man, they just can crank up the price by $10 just because it's just Star Wars. You know, and they will do it for half the price of Games Workshop. You're not telling me, like, Games Workshop's mat has more detail than the fucking Death Star, right?
Yeah, but because it's GW, it means that anything that happens on that mat will be actuality. It's legit GW and all that other shit, you know, that fan.
Well, you just blew my mind. Just blew my mind, Kat. I only, for a second there while you were talking, I had a glimpse into like a true fanboy's mind, and I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. Because I think, yeah, you're right. Like, people will be like, oh, fucking sorry, I only play on like a Games Workshop fucking supervised map. You know what I mean? That's definitely still would be people like that.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the Games Workshop managers who've got to try and sell this shit. Like, some of those people, they're real humans. I know it's hard to believe, but like they're trying to sit there and go, this is good value. You should buy this. Oh, but it's not 6x4.
Please don't humanize the enemy. Naka, it makes it harder for our fucking minions to go kill them. Don't listen to him, children. They might be, but whatever's left of their pitiful soul, rapists and animal abusers was also human. You still fucking shoot them in the head. Fuck them. I'm not putting them on the same level.
So
they're a little bit worse.
So harsh. Okay, I think we've all had enough of Games Workshop. Let's go to the lighter side of things. Let's go to Forge World.
Happy place.
The world without lawyers. Geez, where do we want to start? I guess let's start with the Stormbird and Imperialis landing pad. £830, which is, I don't know, $1 million in Australian.
I think it's about $1,250, $1,300, I think.
There you go. Amazing what the real exchange rate does, though, compared to Games Workshop's made-up one. Yeah, what do we think of that bundle, the Stormbird and the landing pad?
I rate it. I love it. I really, really, really want to get one. I rate it. I think it's a fantastic model. The rules are excellent, and it's just a great piece of, even if you're not using it in the game, it's great for scenarios, just to sit on the table and use as terrain almost. It's super impressive.
Tim?
Wait, are we talking about the landing pad or the actual Stormbird?
It's a bundle. Has the both of them.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really... I like the idea of the Stormbird, and I'm hoping that people get some. Because, like, next event that we run, we'll definitely have a fucking Sky combat table, which will just be, like, try and start off the day by putting a bunch of tables together and having a whole bunch of huge mega games. And one of them will be, like, get 3 6x4s, put them all join them at the 6 foot edge, so they're, like, 12 by 6. And then imagine just like a whole bunch of Thunderhawks and fucking other gunships just flying into each other, trying to like make it off the other side and just fucking wasting each other with Krakens and stuff.
That table's gonna be fucked because that new Mechanicum Flyer monstrous creature is just gonna be everywhere. Probably all gonna be yours as well, you fucking neckbeard.
Always with the doom and gloom. But yeah, no, so imagine that, like you start off the day right, like with a whole bunch of shit, and everybody writes down what's in their flyer. So there's Storm Eagles, there's a whole ton of shit. Everyone writes down what's in that jet. You have like a battle, because like a sky battle like that wouldn't take that long, because you've just got a whole bunch of jets just shooting each other, so a bunch of single models. Anything that survives or manages to escape, like get off the other side of the table, in the later rounds can be allowed to just like come down and reinforce the table. So if you've got a Storm Eagle, what's it called? A Storm Bird with like a 50-man, whatever the fuck it can carry, you know, like a huge force in there, and you manage to just like pilot your Storm Bird through the entire battle and get it off the table and be like, yeah, fucking king shit moment. That means that later you can just like drive it onto a table and be like, hey, here's my reinforcements. They're coming on. Imagine how fucking intense that would be.
Is that at the same time as like we're having a Teleran style armored duel below them on another table, where like Michael and Mastodons are just driving at each other like fucking charging fucking Triceratops?
Yeah, dude, the air combat table is going to be on like a huge shitting table, and then you guys like can play underneath it, just looking up at what's going on.
We can fire our Mastodon anti-air guns at them.
Rip it down.
Yeah, that'll fucking learn them. The ground is where it's at, bitches. Yeah, Kat, what do you think of the Stormbird and landing pad?
Well, I think we should have just gone through the whole motherfucking thing first, but whatever. Like, just all the stupid bundles and the Stormbird itself. I don't like the Stormbird. I prefer the Thunderhawk because of just from the history of it and that being such an iconic, big piece. I prefer the Thunderhawk, just the way it is. It's got the big fuck-off cannon. What is it, like an anti-Titan cannon thingy on it? This thing is... What is this thing bringing, other than an extra 2 engines?
Void shields that can deploy around your army, a bunch of fuck-off missiles
so
and wings.
Just OP bullshitness that adds no actual look at it. I don't like it. I prefer the Thunderhawk. I haven't seen... The Thunderhawk's an actual thing, and people are wanking over this, but the Thunderhawk is pretty much the same, and I haven't seen a lot of them on the tables ever deployed. So is it the rules that are bringing this to tables, or is it because it can carry more? Or is that literally all it is? Because this can carry more shit.
Yeah, it's the model.
So is a Thunderhawk.
But haven't you read the rules, right? Dude, it's got like 8 missiles that are like a battle cannon shot, but strength 10 AP1 and range like 120 or some shit. It's got like it's got like 4 of those like waist-mounted twin-link las cannons, a whole bunch of heavy bolters and shit. And for 150 points, you can upgrade it, so it's got like a super accurate fucking D bombardment with like a twin-linked fucking D shot.
Give him the D.
Like 7 inches.
Give him the D.
Yeah, it's fucking rad. It's fucking good, man. And it can carry a shitload of dudes. But the thing is, like, what I'm saying is, you're never going to use it in a battle. You're never going to go, hey, want to play a 5,000 point battle? And then bring you a fucking thing. How often is that likely to happen, right? But if people start embracing this sort of shit in campaign days, it means that people will actually buy them. Because, like, they're cool to have in your house as a display thing. Like, I know lots of people have them like that. But imagine if you can actually use them. You try and encourage maybe, like, to throw down a warlord versus a warlord on one table.
I can... do you remember, Tim... Sorry to cut you off. You remember that, Inferno 3 last year? When, like, we had the 30k tables going on with, like, all our lovely fluffy armies where, like, Michael stole a relic and hid in the Land Raider because he's a fuckwit. And then you went over to the 40k tables and one dude's army was just a fucking Warhound Titan in 1,000 points.
Oh, yeah,
I can totally see this being that Warhound Titan just flying hot laps around some poor cunt's army. Just de-bombarding him and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is like probably less likely to be used than a Titan, I guess. But you know, definitely, I know Aaron Sobey has been talking about getting one for his Blood Angels. He did the MKA course, and he's doing like some shit hot Blood Angel army now. and he's just like, fuck, I'm definitely getting one of those. He's gonna go to he's gonna go to England anyway, apparently, and bring one back. So like, if someone is gonna get one of those, paint it to a shit hot standard, and I'm running an event in his area, I'm gonna like try and find some way to incorporate that, just so he can bring it out and like fucking, show it off and shit, fly around and shoot some shit with a huge fucking tie.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
It'd be a good novelty.
It does have novelty value, although I don't like this banana yellow that it's painted in. I prefer like Michael's brown yellow. His after curry diarrhea yellow. It's much more friendly in the eye. Okay, so Stormbird landing Assault Force. I don't think anyone cares about the Betrayal at Calth bundle with the Stormbird.
No.
Good enough for that.
The Stormbird on its own, I think nobody really... I mean, yep, that's what people are going to buy. They're probably going to buy that, not the landing pad and the Stormbird. Because people are tight asses and you're already going to get slugged attacks when it comes in because it's over $1,000.
Yeah, okay, so this thing, the Stormbird itself, is going to be a pain in the ass to try and find a display cabinet that fits the motherfucker in there. And
Mine don't, that's why imagine, the Mastodon.
Imagine trying to carry that motherfucker on the plane.
It is the plane, man. It's like the Spruce Goose.
Like
hop in.
Hop in. I said hop in.
Well, I guess KR make a specialty Thunderhawk case, so maybe they'll do a specialty Stormbird one.
Okay, cool. Just on that, with the Thunderhawk, it'd be cool when Dawn comes out as a shitty Primarch, because even Imperial Fist players hate Dawn. They're like, oh no, my army is all fluffed out to say, they're all like disgruntled senior Marines, so they all like the old way before Dawn came into the army and started fucking up everything. And like the first battle he went to in the fluff, I believe he said nothing to them. They're all like, all right, we're going to field our loyalty to you now and shit. And then he said nothing to them, and then just waited for the first battle and saw them fought, and then just like, could be better. And that's it. What a fuckhead,
every
man.
Imperial Fist
What
player,
an absolute fuckhead.
Sigismund and Pollux.
Could you imagine if that was
Sigismund
your
and
boss?
Pollux.
If that was your boss, you'd fuck that shit. That's the molly. It's to keep your molly shit on hand to molly that motherfucker when he goes home. Safe fucking drive. Follow him home after work. Find out where he lives.
For that
Molly's
officer
car.
cat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fucking hell, what a piece of shit. So it'll be cool if they bring out him, and then they bring out the old, because he can take a Thunderhawk, I believe. It's like he can take it. It's like, is it gold plated? Is it a gold plated Thunderhawk?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if all he needs is his rocket car and his gold plated house, and he's set. So yeah, it'd be cool if they bring out that bundle. That'd be cool. And that'd be more iconic than this fucking Stormbird that just apparently came out of fucking nowhere, because I don't know. It was purely just a 30k Forge World thing that built this, yeah? It's not from Epic?
No, it's been in the fluff for a long time, but they never built it because it was so big. And for me, it's I don't know, it's not big enough. But it's apparently they justify it because it's a SOCAR pattern. It's like the last ones of the production line before they went to the Thunderhawk. It's like, the Holdens before they went from the Kingswood to the fucking Commodore. It's the last one of the production
before
line.
They
That's
went
why it's
bankrupt.
so small.
Oh, get fucking wrecked.
Yeah, our car industry is as
shit.
fucked as Detroit's. So
Get wrecked, Australian motor industry.
they closed down Ford's plant in where is it, Campbellfield yesterday, which is like, it's been there all my life, Ford's factory, and they finished it, built the last fucking Falcons, and then they're going to museums, the last cars they built. So yeah, that's kind of sad, but
What, a car museum or something, or just the generic fucking Melbourne museum?
There's a
fucking
Commodore
museum.
at the fucking Melbourne Museum, man.
Well,
Right
this
next
is
to
why
the
I like
Aboriginal
to
section,
stock
which is the Aboriginal section is the
brake
most
fluid.
riveting fucking section of a museum you'll ever see in your life. It's like 6 boomerangs on a wall, and they're moving on. It's I don't know.
So
why
this is why I like to stock brake fluid, fucking brake fluid will destroy most paint and a lot of material. So you just pour a big bottle of brake fluid over a vehicle, and bye-bye history. Shitty Ford and Holden. Fuck, it's like the left-right debate, man. There's more options out there, and they're mostly Chinese, or, well, not Chinese, Asian. Go for Japanese cars and shit rather than Chinese cars, eh? But, yeah. Right now, I think I'd buy a Chinese car over an Australian one, for sure. Any day of the week.
I literally bought a Japanese car today, so...
I thought you were going to say Chinese car.
They recast my Japanese car in Pirate Island. Hobby focus. Legio Titanicus Titan Maniple, which is this has got to be the most expensive bundle ever, right?
Yeah, but apparently it's good. Apparently, I didn't do the maths when it came out, but somebody was saying, someone on the internet, that one of the Warhounds is nearly free. So
was it Abraham Lincoln?
Or Teddy Roosevelt was one of those guys.
Well, if it happened on the internet.
That's right.
Is anyone going to buy this?
If I won the lotto, I would buy 2.
Well, so if you won $15 in the lotto, you'd buy 2 of these.
No.
We're going to hold you to that.
All right.
I'm running a lotto.
$60 million, I'll buy everybody 2 if I win $60 million.
So you're going to buy all 7 billion people on planet Earth 2.
Except you now.
Oh, get wrecked. I'll take it.
Yep.
I'll take this up with fucking Yowie and he'll have you.
So, yeah, do you actually play any lotto games? Do you actually buy a lotto ticket? Oh, you do?
Yeah.
There you go. I've thought about it, but it just doesn't seem... It seems more of a rip than GW, really. I don't know. Local... I've thought about the local ones, but I just never get in on time or buy the tickets, or they're like, the pamphlet will be in the mail. They usually advertise on TV.
That's totally the one market that GW hasn't cornered, gambling.
Yeah, maybe they can do like the skins thing, like from CS:GO or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. And they can make their own, like, they can get that Duncan guy that does the Thing Your Paints videos.
No.
I just won all these free models.
It's lucky dip to get the set of like Lego minifigs. Like it's random buy-in, and there's only 100 of the veteran sergeant, so everybody's trying to get it, and it's just lucky dip, like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Actually, back in the 90s, they did have lucky dip at my local Games Workshop store. They had a little bag, and you paid $5. You got a blister out of it. That's also when they had, like, buy one get one free and shit like that, and actual sales, like 20%, 40% off
Kat,
in the GW store. What the fuck?
Believe it or not, when I went to a GW recently, they had a lucky dip. They found out who I was, and I did these videos. They're like, "Oh, you're that Macca," and they gave me a lucky dip, and put my hand in, came out with 4 used syringes in it. It was one of the best lucky dips I've ever had, man. I figured one of them had to be the fucking cure for the rest. In short, though, are my balls supposed to have this kind of a rash? It's getting really itchy down there.
After they put their hand in there, you put your hand in there, you put your balls in there too.
Well, yes. Glad you asked, so I
now
can tell you
get
yes.
my hand out with my balls. So, the Legion Titanicus Maniple. I don't think it is the most expensive one, actually. From Forge World, I believe it is, but from Games Workshop, I think they had a bigger one, didn't they?
Yeah, it was probably their paint set or something for Australia.
Yeah, you could get a whole Legion at some stage, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
that was only $800 Australian. That was $400 US, and that was when the Australian dollar was buying $1.05 US or something. So yeah, that's not expensive at all. But they had something else, not recently, last year ago. It was fucking expensive. It was thousands of dollars. I wasn't up there for long, but yeah, I don't see a lot of people buying this. I don't know why they do it. At least they've gotten the discount.
Man. Like, every open day, they bring out a model, and I'm like, that's so fucked up expensive. There's no way they're going to sell many. Like, the Warlord Titan, I was shocked that they sold out in, like, 5 minutes at the fucking Forge World open day of Warlord Titans. There's people out there willing to do it. And it's not just, like, Dale Firmstone, so...
It's very sad too. Like, how many of those poor fucking Warlord Titans actually got fucking painted, and how many are just sitting in a fucking box somewhere in a pile of shit?
What
wasted fucking money.
Exactly, because I want people to. That's why I want people to bring them out. Because like, they've sold a ton, but you never see them. Because like, people don't paint them because there's no reason to. But if the culture of your gaming area is fully painted, it's for closers, and you want to be a closer, and you have a Warlord, and you don't want to run it fucking naked, then fucking it like makes people want to paint shit.
Warlord Titans, though, are the ultimate guilt purchase, because the amount of times I see these things being sold on buy swap sells, like people just saying, "Oh yeah, I bought it on a whim, but I decided it's too big a project," and then they're selling it on. I think like Titans, none of them are actually getting painted. They're just moving from fucking seller to seller constantly in some vicious cycle.
Yeah.
What
made me sad was all those Stormbirds, the 3 of them that went on sale, seeing one go straight up on eBay for like way more than it was actually bought for. Like, that's disgusting. Like, if you
that's from the initial release at the open day. That always happens.
Yes.
I heard there was a guy that, because they don't have limits on your purchase in that line, so you could literally just go there with the idea of selling everything on eBay and just buy a fuckload of shit, or half the shit, or all the shit, and then just put it up on eBay, which I believe some guy did. So, does, actually.
Look at the same debacle happened with the Void Shield generator. They were selling for over $1,000 Australian. And,
but that's fine, man.
When they were resin. And the worst offender of all is those event-exclusive miniatures from Forge World, where, even Forge World, you send them an email, you're like, dude, can you hook up a deal with Australia? Like, even if you send them to a Games Workshop and we have to go to a Games Workshop to buy them, I'd be willing to, do that, to set foot in a Games Workshop just to buy a fucking Legion-specific character, like, what were those ones, the Delgadus and the Praevian? And they're like, I can't do that. You can only get them at our events. Just come along. And you're like, I'm in fucking Australia, you dumb cunt. 16,000 kilometers away. How the fuck do you want me to get there? Like, I'm not spending fucking $3,000 return on a plane ticket just to come to Nottingham to fucking buy a $20 fucking model. So
you don't have to go all the way to Nottingham. You can go to Europe. You could go to
or if they've got an open day on.
You could go to the Vegas. I'm pretty sure the next time they're in Vegas is at they're at that event. What's it called? Las Vegas Open.
Well, how many people go along? How many people go along to an open day? I think it's pretty limited in numbers, like maybe 100 people, 200 people. Like, we could, if they had an open day in Australia, we would do that. We could get together 200 people to go along to it. No problem if they held an open day in, Sydney or Melbourne or... Nah, fuck Brisbane. We could do it. Like, there's no reason they can't come here and do it, but they don't. They have these open days in Europe, and then they put out models that are early released there, that are pre-released there, things like that. And because of that, these same models end up, like, price gouged as hell on eBay. And we're just sort of left to deal with the fallout.
That's fine.
It's a lot of work, though. Like, it's a lot of work for them to pack everything up, bring all their shit.
They don't have to have an open day where they bring out all their tables and stuff. It could just be, a shipping container full of, resin. They're just selling it here, and artwork, and, like, how much does it cost for them to rent a fucking projector and a laptop, and get Alan Bly to fly over? Like, I'll buy him a fucking plane ticket myself, come over and have a chat.
But why would they, if they're selling $20 miniatures, how are they going to make their money back by selling a couple of miniatures? That's fucked.
Well,
I'm
mate,
happy with it. I like it.
Your ticket sales would fucking cover it, If you charged more, which Games Workshop is clearly not afraid of in Australia, it could be done. Like, the boys managed to get Maddie Kane and Andy Wardle to come out from the UK to do a fucking painting tutorial for a weekend.
All right, that's cool. For us that don't want to wank off other dudes and shit like that, and why the fuck would I care? Why would I go? The reviews of these things are fucking atrocious. They've said that they wait in line for hours. There's nowhere to sit. The food is fucking limited. And then the information that they do get given is fucking minimal. So what the fuck? And people are asking, why the fuck do I keep going to this thing? And there's guys that are legitimately just not going anymore because it's a waste of fucking money.
We'll tee it up with something like Geigenhive, tee it up so that's next at a venue where there's a local tournament going on. They rock up, people are playing games, you can go in between games, sit down, watch a lecture with Alan Bly or...
GW is not going to mix with a third party. Ever.
I know, but I'm just saying, hypothetical world.
You could run that, Macca, and you can have a little booth for links. Links can have still some cans of links, still some t-shirts, some links t-shirts.
I can have
Macca mentioned that.
I could have like a flame booth, a kissing booth type thing. It'll just be Cat with like a can of deodorant and a lighter, and he just burns Cat's models.
I still haven't put up that tutorial yet, have I? Anyways, I like it. I like the current system. It's great because these people on eBay are selling these things for, thousands of dollars or whatever, which creates a market for China. And we are really close to China, it being in the Asian Pacific. And that means that most of the shit from China is free shipping because, it's the People's Republic, man. So they have free infrastructure there. So it's great. I love it. I can get... Instead of paying $20 or £20 for these things, I can pay $5 Australian for them, and they're recast and they're in a better material, a stronger material, or a more bendy material, whatever I want. It's my choice. I love it.
I can't condone the
That's great. I love the free market.
Wait,
great. Why can't you condone?
Communists? You got to deal with communists then, Kat. Aren't the communists our enemies, or has that changed?
They're democratic communists, so.
Democratic communists? What does that mean?
It means that they basically have all the pros of they have all the pros and cons of capitalism, but they get to treat the people like shit.
Free electricity.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much a lot of countries. But so when did it? I thought they were our enemies, the commies. When did that change? Just like the Cold War ended, and everyone was like, "Cool, step down. Communism's cool now." There's still commies left, like China. They're not our enemy.
China's still cool. You pay later. It's great, man. I prefer to deal with them than GW or fucking Forge World. I've had issues with casts and stuff from China now and then, and all it's taken is an email, no verification, and they've just gone and they've looked up the information of who I am, and then they've gone off their own bat and given me a refund and given me more miniatures. So the fuck? And Forge World's like, oh, I need your serial number of the shit and blah blah blah. The fuck off.
Yeah, all they did is they picked up the phone, they rang Beijing, they asked them they said, look, our friend Kat down in Australia has got some problems, and Beijing told them just fix this problem for him, he'll pay later, and then fucking they just send you some new shit. I get it. You and
so
Beijing.
Why can't you condone recasting? It's not theft, by the way, because if it was theft, GW wouldn't have any miniatures left because China would be going in there and literally taking all their stock. So then GW and Forge World wouldn't have anything to sell. But they're not. They're copying it.
The
they can both sell it. That's not fucking theft. It's a copy.
Wait, that's not how theft works. That's not how theft works, is it? You have to actually steal something. You have to actually steal something for it to be theft.
You see, I don't know. The way I've always looked at it is recasters are selling models that people only are buying in many cases because of the price. Otherwise, they wouldn't be buying this hobby at all. And if they're buying recasts and they buy one thing legit, that's one sale that never would have happened for Games Workshop. And the recasts have done them a favour. I can't say it's morally right what they're doing, but
it is.
It's a market
morally,
created
it's
by.
Fine,
it's a market created by Games Workshop, though.
Like literally,
it's something that doesn't affect other war games. I rarely see miniatures from other war games.
To people that actually, study morality and all that shit, they'll tell you that piracy isn't actually morally wrong. If you've ever had a fucking issue with that, I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. In fact, I want to do things to spite GW. So fuck them. They've broken my... They fucked me over so long. I think it's time they get fucked over themselves, really.
I'm pissed off at it because I had a whole sheet of skulls I was ready to cash in. I just needed like 3 more skulls, and by the time I got those, like, was ready to get those 3 skulls, I'd saved up enough pocket money. The program had ended. I had like I don't know.
I've got 3 skulls I can send you. I found 3 skulls the other day. I can send you.
Oh, that's really cool, man. Can you just pack it in with the anthrax once Tim's done with it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I definitely think that it's healthy that you're angry at the skulls thing. That's definitely something to keep with you for the rest of your life, for sure.
Oh, mate, can't sleep at night. It keeps me up to this day. It is the reason why I drink.
Got the rage wake-ups.
I tried using Iron Warrior decals to fill out my skull sheet, but it just wasn't the same. So, yeah.
Well, thank God for that skull
every
thing.
time.
Yeah, thank God for that skull thing, because it meant that somebody got like 100 skulls tickets, bought that fucking Mechanicum thing with all the priests and shit, and then later sold it to me on eBay for like fucking like, it was like $70 or something like that. Cheap as fuck. So, and that was through the Skulls program. So thank you, Skulls. Fucking thank you, Games Workshop. I'm not bitter, even though Macca is.
Try cupping their balls while you do that, Tim, and work the shaft more, mate.
You ruined Macca's life, but you made my life a lot better, because now I've got these awesome fucking medals.
Games Workshop didn't ruin my life. Fucking polio did. This whole time, Michael's just been like quiet in the background, going, "I have just ruined my fucking rep."
I was just looking at this kid who's like this massive fat kid who's like, feminism is a refuge for women's sexual failure. We're taking back our balls, men swearing off women, and like, it's obviously why this guy's so angry, because he's like a massive fat failure. Check it out, www.news.com.
Oh, there's been some real winners in the news lately.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
Yeah, the whole world's gone to shit, not just GW. Well, I should say on that note, thank you very much for coming on the show, guys. We really appreciate you letting us pretty much fuck your whole show up for you.
Oh yeah, man. Like it's really troubling because like literally we're just banking everything on making a living off saying shit about miniatures on the internet. And I really hope we haven't fucked it up.
Do you have a Kickstarter for that? A GoFundMe page? Because I would like to fly you personally to Greece with Michael's lotto money that he's going to win after the leftovers from paying for the Titan maniples for Earth.
Yeah. No, we've made a few dollars. Yeah, we've made a few dollars off selling some shirts and stuff, like, and that's let us sort of buy some more equipment and stuff like that. But we're thinking of doing a Patreon just to like get some dollars in, you know, dollar bills. Because I think I like that thing more, like someone just going, I appreciate your work, here, have $2 or $3 or whatever. I think that's better than having like ads. Like I can't imagine us ever doing fucking ads, you know, to make revenue.
We can't monetize because Kat literally tells our viewers to firebomb fucking Games Workshop. It's somewhat against YouTube's policies.
Just go into a museum with some brake fluid, pour it over a fucking car. That's what you need to do. Yeah, I've written that one down. I'm just gonna like make sure that it's in the Anarchist cookbook first before I go and fucking employ it there.
At least I'm coming up with fucking options. What would you have them do? Sit back and just take it on the chin? Fuck that shit.
I give Games Workshop options every week. They moved on my battle map, didn't they?
Weren't we talking about like a fort or them closing a factory and putting the last cars off the production lane in a museum? And then you're like, fuck that! No one's putting cars in a museum.
Wait, you know what I like in my museums? Fucking actual history shit. Fuck.
Yeah. You're right. I bet you if you pour a brake fluid on a T-Rex fucking skull, just nothing happens, or it might bring it to life.
You know, last weekend I actually went to the Jurassic World exhibition before it closed in Melbourne, and
that was good.
It was good, but it was fucking super short, man. I went in and they had like a full animatronic T-Rex, a brachiosaur neck, a Pachyrhinoceros, Stegosaurus, and an Indominus, like all fully hydraulically controlled. And they were excellent, man, but I reckon it was about 15-20 minutes. And most of the people that went were fucking retards with kids. And I love kids, I've got nothing against kids. I've got a problem with their retarded parents who think that it's right to take a 2-year-old to see fucking a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the fucking dark. Because it's either going to scare the shit out of them, or they're not going to comprehend it. Either way, they're ruining my day. So,
well, here's one for you. Here's a test to see whether it's the parent or the child. Shoot the parent, will the child still keep fucking screaming? If you shoot the child, will it shut the fuck up? There you go. There's the fucking to see who the blame is. Just shoot both of them.
What if you shoot the parent and the child stops crying out of fucking shock?
Actually, there you go. Then I'll agree that it is the parent's fault.
Alright, so we got some middle ground here. And that's, of course, you go to attend the Jurassic World exhibition before you firebomb the museum, because otherwise they'll evacuate, you won't be able to redeem your tickets, it's kind of a waste of the day. But yeah, no, it was a good exhibition, it was just really short. I'm going to chuck up some video I took there on Facebook, because they were like encouraging you to take video and stuff. And,
Cool.
And,
We're keen to see that.
Yeah, they're going to put... I heard they sold a few of the dinosaurs, so when the exhibit ends... They're going to actually build like a fake Jurassic Park in Victoria, like an old abandoned zoo.
Ooh,
and
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, they're gonna put fucking the robotic dinosaurs that they bought there. They probably bought like the lame ones though, like the Pachyrhinoceros. They'll probably bought like that one. The T-Rex is just gonna get binned, or someone fucking bought it along with some magic beans and a Warlord Titan. This is my life, people. This is looking to the depths of fucking misery.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, where were we? Yeah, thanks for coming on the show.
That's alright, no for us.
That's right. Good time, guys.
Super confused there at the end. But
For the viewers at home, we just teed this up out of nowhere. Originally, we were going to have Michael on tonight. And Michael was like, I don't really like Macca, so I'm not going to respond to him and come on.
Yeah, screw him.
And then Tim was like, oh, hey, Macca. And I was like, hey, Tim, you want to come on the show because Michael's too pov? And Tim was like, yeah, man. Let's do it.
I like drinking and talking into a headset.
And then
Yeah,
Michael
The double
comes on
package.
Michael comes on Skype and Tim tries to dial him and dials like fucking Gav Thorpe. And here's fucking Kat and I, two of the biggest haters of like his fucking work in like Chaos 4th edition. And we're like, oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah, at one point it was ringing Michael and Gav Thorpe at the same time, and then I couldn't figure out how to stop it. I'm just like, oh shit. Just trying to like cancel it, just say, I'm sorry, Gav, I'm sorry.
I felt like a news presenter, like, you know, they get the papers on their desk and they line them, you know, they shuffle them on the desktop before they launch into like the 60 minutes tirade. It was like that. It's like, oh, this is gonna be great.
Shit. Jesus, rookie era. See, this is why I'm not in charge of computers.
Kat, any closing thoughts for our guests?
I don't know. Is Don is good? Looking forward to that event at the end of the year. You guys will be running it, Tim and Michael. That is, do you have any sweet ideas at all yet? Just, I don't know. Just quick ideas. What's going on? Yep.
We got a few things in our brains, but we haven't written anything down yet, so we're going to get it out soon, so people have.
Are you driving up there, or are you going from Brisbane, or you're going to be taking the plane?
I think we're going to fly. I think
that'll be harder to firebomb. All right. So.
Can't get us with brake fluid when we're in the air, man.
We'll flesh out.
There's always, you can always wait at the terminal anyway, and I'll be like, haha.
Michael and I'll have to come on your show again sometime if I'm not like banned from YouTube or something, and we've got to flesh out the Mastodon challenge, the Mazov.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. We do.
And Spencer also owes me a fucking lucky roll on a D100 table for
closing
Cat's Warp Gate, like a jerk.
Yeah. You know you're just gonna roll like dick shrinks, fucking 50%.
Fuck yeah. They'll double it in size for me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that fucked you, didn't it?
Oh, shit. Alright, I'm gonna go play some Battlefield.
All right.
Michael's gonna go paint some masks.
Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you all next time.